Welcome to another episode of Gold Nugget Gang. So today we have another new guest and our honorary
As usual. Hi,
as usual guest.
Kyle.
To the point now is a crew already lah, right?
Resident.
Yeah, permanent guest. Hey.
Yeah.
Welcome, Jasper.
Jasper, you want to introduce yourself and what you do?
So I am Thai about Woke Jasper. I am an illustrator and a tattoo artist. So I primarily do like Pokemon illustration and childhood nostalgia.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah,
This
that's
is
him.
him. I'm his walking model everywhere.
So he's just here to be my model today.
Yeah, technically, yes.
That is another agenda for him lah. Just being a
This one free marketing. What to do?
So just to give a sense of understanding, Jasper is a tattoo artist and he's been tattoo artist for a while. But in the past 2 years or so, you've been quite big in you're growing in terms of your notoriety and your name within the Pokemon TCG space. Would you like to describe a little bit about how that journey and how that sort of come
Are
up?
you just doing Pokemon or are you doing anything to do with illustration?
I would like to think I do everything lah. Or like in terms of illustration, I like to like diversify more to like create my own body of work, my own creative body of work. But now primarily I do Pokemon stuff. But there will be instances where I explore or workshop certain like illustration, like other subject matters and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. So you just now you were saying 2 years ago then you started this journey.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So what gave you the inspiration to start that? Back 2 years back lah, basically.
Evolving skies.
Evolving skies.
Wow,
So
talking about evolving skies.
But why? Why?
Yeah, so the interesting thing is that like I think it kind of started I think it's like 3 years lah. It's
Okay.
about 3 years. So I moved to a new shop. Like I opened a tattoo studio. I moved to a new shop. Then some of my friends came to visit and gave me a opening gift.
Okay.
Yeah. So the opening gift is like 2 ETB.
Oh,
Like,
damn.
Evolving
I saw that at his
man.
studio.
Yeah.
Evolving
still with my-
price
yeah.
as
Still at his
ETV.
studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
Present.
before like the price is like too crazy.
Yeah.
So I thought about it like, should I keep it sealed? But the thing is that I will not sell it one because it's from my friend lah.
Yeah.
And like I didn't want to like tempt myself naturally. So
Okay.
like we just open lor.
Oh,
So
okay.
opening day then opening packs ma.
Ah.
So I opened the ETB.
Okay.
Yeah. So naturally like it became a habit. They came over more often to open up like just to read lah.
Okay.
So they'll come to the space. Then they do this thing where there's the massage bed, like the tattoo bed that we
Yeah.
use, right? So there's this face hole one ma.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they do it so smoothly. They open the pack, they slide to the hole. So
Wow,
at the
man.
end there's a bin, so they then just slide to the hole. Then it's a thing lah. So they do more and more often. For a while.
Okay.
Yeah, then every like life catch up lah. So everyone stopped opening packs so much in the space. But then so during some of the conversation we had during those pack opening times, right? We'll talk about like, hey, imagine you do this as a tattoo, or like imagine you got like this. We'll have this kind of conversations. And after a while, I decided to do this spin the wheel like gacha kind of tattoo design, and that's one of the first thing that kind of blew up. So I started doing more Pokemon tattoos. And I think through those Pokemon tattoos, like people like Carl and stuff, they will see like the tattoo designs and they were like, hey, I actually want something like that on my arm as well. And I think like for this particular style that I did at that time is very it's evident of the style that I was doing at that time. So a lot of the spin the wheel gacha look like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a bit more
actually
simple lah.
I caught him back then when he had this spin the wheel thingy because it was quite interesting in that point of time because I think the idea came from somewhere else lah, and then he actually elevate on this to actually go for like flash deals and stuff. Then among her back then mystery boxes and stuff like that, they are not like on a popular side yet. So he got this idea to actually elevate his tattoo business also, and then it's not very expensive. Back then, like 50 块.
60
Like $60, and then if you gacha on something that you don't like, you can like pay $10. to then respin again to something and stuff like that. So I think it's not for many of the working adults out there, or probably people that wants to get a tattoo, it's not a very painful experience also. And then the tattoo is just like maybe this size.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 to
it's
3,
that size. It's just like
3.5 cm.
It's just like one size, and then it's affordable at that point of time, and then things I think blown out from there.
I get a lot of like-minded like friends or like a client that is like around our age, and then they always wanted a very tiny tattoo. They don't want anything like very disruptive or something. So it became like a very good thing to have a very like to get like an introductory tattoo, like their first tattoo, right? So I got a lot of client that does that. So it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I really like Pokemon for a while, and then I wanted something really tiny and not invasive. So they picked me lah. Yeah, and it worked out.
But usually, what is the tattoo style that you advocate before even touching Pokemon?
Before I do realism. So I did realism. Like I did a little bit lah. So I do a lot. I enjoy doing like black and grey stuff.
Okay.
And then when I started, the interesting thing is that when I started my apprenticeship, there's this artist I like a lot from Taiwan. So he got very interesting like original characters and stuff like that. So he's and I had a dinner with him when I was in Taiwan, and like to me like he's a full-fledged artist. Like he will like design, like he will do like he's into like sculpting and stuff like that. So he will do 3D models of like clay models of like his characters, and those illustrations also turn into his flesh.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's really fun, really good command of colors, and it's very like the style wise and technique wise is very like old school and stuff like that lah. So I liked it a lot, and it's one of my inspiration or what. And like as you go, you kind of forget about some of the things you like or what inspires you. So when he came over to Singapore, like for the ink show, but I think he's just visiting and stuff like that, I got a tattoo from him. I got my Bulbasaur is from him lah. So after the tattoo I was like shit, like I do Pokemon but I never do color. Like lame.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like fuck. Then I start properly I try to learn colors. Then my tattoo got more and more color. And like I think like the sleeve is like a very good training for me. Yeah, I learned a lot of the different colors and stuff from this particular
I was
sleeve.
literally his canvas lah, and I honestly very proud that I was his first full sleeve client.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I was his first
Wow,
full
okay.
sleeve client because back then when I was choosing in between, I didn't know Jasper. Ironically, it was that his parents was my neighbor.
Yeah.
And then
still his neighbor.
Yeah, still my neighbor. And then usually if you're going to go for like tattoo consultation, you're supposed to be visiting the studio.
Yeah.
So we were not that close yet. So it
Yeah.
was a professional approach where, hey, when do I go down to the studio for
I never
consultations
seen him
lah?
type
Yeah.
so well before. And never again.
Yeah, so the professional approach was like, when is a good time, date and time for me to drop by your studio to consult and stuff like that lah. So then after that, she's replied, you do it at your house ah?
Yeah.
I like, do it at my house?
Yeah.
He and his wife came over to my house for consultation, and then after that I realized,
Yeah.
Just
parents,
neighbor.
neighbors,
Yeah.
literally neighbors. Then the rest are history. So
Yeah.
then all this thing came
I really
about.
wanted to do this project, and like at that time his job he's only free on a Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
And Tuesday is my only rest day.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, but I really want a project. So
Yeah.
I just like I have this habit where if it's like really I'll like if there's a bit of difficulty like trying to find a date to do consultation, I'll ask like where do they stay. If it's close to our area, then maybe we'll meet at everyone's convenience. So I stay on the east side. So like usually I'll meet them on the east side for a consultation. So I was just trying to ask, like then so he gave me his postal code. Then it's like, this postal code looks so familiar. Like I've been typing this for like the past 6 years. So
Dang.
yeah, then like I just like okay. Like, you know, I said, which floor do you stay at? Like, yeah, then he told me lah. So I was like, oh shit, I can visit my mom and then head over to his house, which is like the same block. So we did just that. Yeah. And it was like CNY time. Like
It is.
before CNY time.
It is, it
Yeah,
is,
I
it
think
is.
a month before CNY.
Yes.
Around now, actually.
Yeah, literally. That's why I said 2 years. It's 2 years.
So,
We have
it's
been
like-
known for each other. It's like our
I
second
think-
year anniversary.
yeah.
Actually, I know him since 1 year or so because after I didn't know him from last year's Butter Trade Show.
Bomis. I think it's
Bumis Cafe.
I think
Yeah,
it was
that was the first
the
time
NDC
I,
ones.
I like got to know him and what he does and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's like anniversary lah basically now.
Yeah, it's
Technically,
like-
yes,
About
yes.
there lah,
I
there.
know him before, like shortly before the show lah.
Oh, okay,
naturally.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like few months before the show. Yeah, I think so. Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Then,
so
yeah, it's everyone's
happy anniversary,
anniversary.
But yeah, so
for like a year or two.
So like for example, if those people who wants to do a full sleeve tattoo, now you know another artist who can do realism / Pokemon / color
Anything lah.
anything basically.
Just the.
But usually how long did it take?
Well, okay, for this one, like
Wow.
it took us like 5 months. 5
4
months.
4 months thereabouts lah. So it was a weekly session, and one session was like
Yeah,
4
yeah,
to 6
yeah.
hours.
So
we didn't
if
rush
you-
the process also. lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on his own pace
nonsense
because
got rushed,
ultimately
man.
it's my first
Yeah.
huge project. It's his first also.
He never rushed me,
Yeah,
but it's
totally
more
no
like I'm also excited. Yeah, and we want to make the best like out of this lah. We don't want this to drag on like like imagine 1 year later we're still doing it. So like every week we are doing like 20 to 30. I think the first time we did it we were like more ambitious, so we wanted to.
Oh, the first time was
And like we didn't do color, so everything is line work.
Black and white.
Yeah, we don't want it to be too destructive. So like I think first time is like 30 plus. Wow, I want
30,
to die.
34, 37, I can't remember.
Yeah, it should be 34 like 37
The
sounds
outline
very
just went
scary,
all the way only in
Yeah,
the first session.
wow, very tired. Like I want to die.
Literally,
Yeah,
literally.
Then second like it dropped. Then every time it just dropped more and more. Like but on average like 20.
Okay,
About
okay.
20, 21. So like that was about like the breakdown. Like we plan to like do at least 20 every month, every week. Yeah. So every Tuesday, yeah, we'll do the tattoo lah.
So like okay, so before a tattoo artist, before like doing a illustration, did you like collect cards? Like how did you get yourself involved in Pokemon?
Okay, I think like most of our friends, I collected Pokemon. I like Pokemon since I was a kid. So
Okay.
some of the common like stories I share with my other artist friend is that when we're young, we take the jotter book, they will draw Pokemon. Yeah, so that's something we do lah. So I draw a lot as a kid, and I draw Pokemon a lot as a kid. Nothing, but I never thought about like making this into a career or anything like that. I just like drawing and just very purely like drawing. So I draw a lot. Then around like poly time, after year 1, year 2, I stopped drawing. So but I'm still consuming Pokemon and I'm still playing. So like I played all the games until now. Yeah.
You mean all the Nintendo?
Yeah, all
and
the
do you play like
console game.
the card game?
So the first time I played a card game, right? Also when I was young, I don't really go out. Like
Okay.
my mom's a bit more strict, or and we are not that well to do, so I don't go to buy packs lah.
Okay.
So never really go out to play cards with my friends. So in fact, the first card game I played was Vanguard.
Oh,
Yeah, and that was like I think secondary school. Like we wanted to try, so like I tried, and I kind of have fun. Then like shops, they will have those like pre-release or release like launch like
yeah.
competition for Pokemon. So I remember I played like 1 or 2 games.
Oh, okay.
A few games, I won't say 1 or 2. I think like, but less than 5 or less than 10.
Were you good?
Yeah, no. I'm terrible at card game.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
Terrible. Like any card game, I just can't wrap my head around it. So it's not something I'm very good at. I blame it on the I don't have the childhood experience.
Okay,
I don't
sure.
know. Yeah. No, I
tell
just
you,
suck at it.
I tell you, this guy
Yeah.
probably the CNY card when he cannot make it also.
No, yeah. Really, I cannot.
Anything that does with like card games, he can.
Yeah. No, like it extends to poker card. So I'm not very good at card games. But I always love the illustration. So the interesting thing is before I got into Pokemon again, right? I got into Digimon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I bought the Digimon card.
yeah.
And Digimon cards
Damn.
I mean, comparing the price lah, it's relatively cheaper lah.
Yeah, I remember.
And like the art so
is the vending machine type one,
The
right?
20 cents you tong already, you
Yeah.
I mean, that's when we were kid lah. So like the Digimon is a Digimon TCG, which is I think 2020.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the newer ones. Okay, okay.
So I really love the illustration. So I did collect some,
Okay.
but not like as much as I would like for like I collect Pokemon a bit more. I think the availability and the like you just know what Pokemon you like. It's so inherent now. Like so easy to like, oh, I know I like Gengar. You know?
Oh, just so you know, his Digimon tattoos is out of the world also.
Hey,
he does Digimon tattoos also, and he didn't do a lot of them, but those who find him for those Digimon tattoos, right?
Is this a Digimon tattoo?
No, this is actually
it's a Rhydon.
It's a Nido King.
Oh, Nido Kings.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
it's this
Nido King.
Pharaoh Nido King. Right?
Oh, okay.
And then
I can see,
it's
I can
done
see.
by this Indonesian friend I have.
Oh, okay.
So we traded tattoos.
They traded
So
tattoos.
Yeah,
So
I haven't tattooed him though.
So,
It's
hey,
a
funny
shit.
day, you think everything can trade, right? The last few episodes we talked about trading cards for luxury items, right? This guy.
Yeah,
you can
trade
propose
tattoo.
them, maybe you trade some
Trade
slabs, trade tattoos lah. Hey, I want tattoo service, you give
You
me some
can
Pokemon
ask,
card.
maybe I was
Yeah,
saying
this guy-
yes, I don't know.
Maybe he can.
They give a
maybe
slab
you
for a
ask
tattoo.
Even
Maybe
you can
can.
mails can be traded for cards, and cards can be traded for
I
mails.
want
Why not?
such
Can try
the Digimon.
Yeah.
DM, try.
The Digimon tattoo.
Oh, nice.
So this the Dukemon.
Guild.
Yeah,
Guildmon,
Dukemon or
Duke-
Gallonmon.
Galen
right?
or that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, I got a question, which
Yes.
is with regards to your work now, because you transition. Maybe you're still doing tattoos now, but a big part of the work that has increased recently is really the illustrations on cards or paper or actual playing cards and things like that.
Right.
Can you maybe describe a bit about that journey so far, like what you started with, because I think last year when we first met you, things were picking up, and then now it's a whole new world, right? So maybe you can share a little bit about that journey so far.
Yeah. So I started. So before this, I actually don't do. It's been a while since I did like traditional like art. So like I haven't painted in a while and stuff like that. So during my apprenticeship, all this like my mentor, all this will make me paint lah. Yeah, but I think like halfway through and you're very used to doing digital art, right? I feel stagnant. So I wanted to practice again. So I thought like, oh, you know what? So something I do at shows. And I start doing more shows or more boothing, like art markets, TCG show, all this. Like I think the year before, so now it's 2026. 2024 October. Yeah. So I start doing shows. So something I'll do is I'll paint for my neighbors. So I'll do small little cuts, right? I'll just paint for my neighbors, like, oh, what Pokemon you like? Yeah, I just gave it to them and stuff like that. So I actually got my first commission, which is in October, 2 years ago. Right? And then it's a Twilight Masquerade, Greninja.
Wow,
And that's
okay.
like the first one.
Wow.
Then
Okay.
I look at it, I was like, I don't know if I can do, but okay, I tried lor. So I did that. Then I think that was very confidence building. So I wanted to do more. Yeah. So at that time it was still like A5 this other like form factor that is not even like a card size. It's just like slightly bigger. It's like this
Postcard.
postcard.
Literally
Yeah,
postcard.
it's not even like A6 so it's just a random size lah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to do more. So like near the end of the year, I was like being more reflective and stuff like that, like doing my reflection and stuff like that. So I want to paint more again. So I want to take the anxiety or the worries about painting because I was like, oh, does this like generate like income for me and stuff like that? I don't want to like think about all those things as much lah. So I just wanted to start painting again. So I start doing that. So I start painting again. Something I set off like a plan I had at the start of the year, like last year, was to do at least one booth every month.
Okay.
Yeah, and I actually did it. I did more than one booth every month.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. His schedule was damn.
Yeah, so it's more than like 12 shows. I did like I think got 30.
It was juggling like art shows and TCG shows, both like one go.
Yeah. And like this year is still the same. So I
Yeah.
have like 5 shows back to back. I think like from February to March is like I only got 1 or 2 weekend free. The rest all shows. Yeah.
Both TCG and art.
Yeah, but mostly TCG.
Yeah,
Now,
February
I mean, like,
February got a
TCG
few
a
shows.
lot, yeah.
I mean January already got a few shows.
Yeah. So so I start doing commission. So one of the first few commission is also like by everyone here lah, you know.
Yeah.
So I just start painting. I just do it for like pretty much the entire year. So halfway through, so one of the more interesting thing, like I think like so from October to January time, I start transiting it to like TCG cut size, and that starts like that kickstart quite a bit of stuff. So
Flew off.
yeah, so what I wanted to do or something I'm passionate about is the idea that like, so I go for a lot of art shows as well. So conventional illustration shows and stuff like that. We have a lot of A3 prints. We have a lot of A4 prints and stuff like that. But something I realized is like, okay, in Singapore, like we don't really have a lot of wall space. And sometimes what end up happening is that you will curate your work. So maybe you're like, oh, this is my pink corner. And naturally you see a yellow print that you like a lot. And you're like, I like it a lot, but I don't have a space for it. Or maybe I'll wait until like I decided to do a revamp, then I'll pull out. So you end up like, if you still buy, you just end up having a lot of A3 print or A4 print or A5 print like tucked away somewhere. And I decided like, I just like, why not? If we have cut size, there's so many like resources and like accessories and all these you can buy from Shopee. There's top loader, there's like magnetic slab, there's like binders that you can buy, and all those things like really helps with the hobby. It really helps with the collection. Yeah, so now your art print have a place to go. Yeah. So at first it was just thinking about a more practical or more logical like way of presenting my work. So it will increase the like the idea of like, hey, you can collect from everyone at this form factor. Then you have binder like 12 page, right? Then it's like, oh, this one is like from this guy, and then this is from another guy. And I think that particular project or that particular like thought process does like deep work lah. Because we have a lot more like friends, a lot more artists that start doing that particular form factor, and everyone's happy because like I have a binder I can collect like alongside all my other collection. You don't even like some of us we don't even need to buy a new binder. We just start using the current binder that we have, right? And like you're also like familiar where you can buy top loader, you know, where you can buy sleeve, you can even protect your artwork, you know, you can double sleeve it if you want. So I really like the idea, and like I call it this binder project that I have. So I wanted like influence more friends, influence more collector to like start collecting cut. So something I wanted to do was making more cut size stuff. Yeah. So along with that, one of the first other stuff that I started doing was actually my own cut set lah, which you guys are also familiar. Then the name card that I did for both of you guys.
Yeah.
So those are also one of the first like commission I took or like branding commission I do that is in that form factor. So it's something that I think in our collective consciousness we do think about it. So the fact that you guys thought about it as well, like, oh, if I have my name card in the TCG cut size, like kind of cool. Like it's the same kind of like thought process that everyone share in the consciousness, you know.
The idea.
Yeah. So the fact that like everyone had the similar idea at the same time really helped. So like, oh, okay, then I do something for you, then it worked out, then you know, we can. So then I decided to do more of my cut. So I wanted to do my own borders because I had fun doing your cut borders, and like I decided to do more of my own. And at that time I get to learn more stuff lah. Because I noticed something is that before this I didn't have any art background or anything like that. So some of my friends that do study art, sometimes like it comes so like natural to them, like they know what bleed is. You know, I don't know what the hell bleed was, you know. Okay. Like when you do tattoo, no need bleed one. So I was like, bleed what?
Bleed
like,
is not the...
Yeah, different kind of bleed for us. You know?
Yeah,
but because you know, like, you know, like, wow, the safe space, all this, like, at first it feels so daunting to me because I like drawing. I don't like all the other formatting stuff. I don't like all the other stuff that comes along with.
So basically, you have the freedom of drawing, but you don't like the politics of drawing.
Yeah, or the
Yeah.
logistics of
Logistic
drawing,
of
you know,
drawing.
or like or presenting the merch lah, you know.
Because printing got a few issues. So bleed is actually essentially when a card is printed or any paper is printed, you need to have a buffer of about 3 or 5 millimeters.
Oh.
So that if the cutting or when it's printed, there's some buffer for it so that you won't have the white color borders.
Yeah, you won't have
okay, okay.
So that's the
you
bleed
won't
lah.
have whitening, but the whitening is different. It's not from where. It's like legit. Like you
From the
see
cut,
one white bar,
yeah,
and it's
one
very
Oh, okay,
frustrating.
okay.
Yeah, so having bleed give you this like room for error where you can like cut the thing and center it a bit better.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But he was also talking about the logistics, which is I think we had some discussion a year ago when we were doing the name card.
Yes.
So like even we talk about the laminate. Where's the best place to go do
Yeah.
laminate?
Yeah.
Do some shops have rounded corners?
Yeah,
Right.
Then if
Like
you have
goes
to
back.
print, also there's an issue with is it a CMYK print or is it an RGB? Because
Right,
if it's an RGB color code, the printer will not print at the accurate colors. So there's also these different various
Right.
factors
Yeah.
from a logistical perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, and those are things to learn as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it is good that, all this opportunity came about and then you learn from it also. Like, not only you lah, actually, I didn't
Yeah,
know
you
about
bring
this.
then
I
there's
also
the
didn't
fact
know
that
about this bleed
yeah.
thing now I got to know.
Right.
But when I did the commission work with you, I went to the same shop that Nick did. But then I didn't do
Yeah, we
like
go to the same shop. Don't say it because it's my supplier.
Okay, our secret shop
Yeah,
in
we went to
Singapore.
the same
Secret shop that quite a lot of people know.
So that I got to learn something from there. Like I didn't know you can hologram your thing lah, can put the star. Then whoa, that was something that I learned. Yeah, exactly.
And they don't call it foil; they call it something else. Laminate.
It's a laminate.
Laminate, yeah.
You say foil, you will say, "Oh, I can't do that because
Yeah.
I don't have like the technology."
Correct.
Yeah.
So all these things that I picked up also lah. I mean, slowly picked up about this. Yeah, so it's interesting lah. I mean, it's always a give and take learning experiences for all parties.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get to meet a lot of new friends. I mean, I met you guys through doing this as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question, which is you say that you're not formally trained as a artist,
Yes.
designer, right? But any young artist today that's looking at you and saying that, Jasper Taibo, he's a tattoo artist. He does artwork as well. He does commissions. He's successful depending on what you define as successful,
Right,
but
right,
successful because you're
Right.
doing well, right? I mean, how somebody may look up to you and say that, hey, I admire this person. Is there any advice you would give to a young artist? Since we're talking about this art,
Right.
overall, the art world, and because I mean Singapore, we live in Singapore, right? The typical mindset is that don't go and become an artist. You never earn money. You cannot put a foot over here. But I mean, you're married. You have you don't stay. You live with your parents anymore. You have your own house. So by society's general standards lah,
Right.
there's a level of success. But I mean, how would you sort of counter some of these ideas that society may have where don't become an artist. It's not gonna put food on your table. And someone who's young and listening to what society typically tells them, how would you sort of maybe give them some advice or anything along those
Yeah,
lines?
so I think about that like quite a lot. Yeah. So like something or like running a studio, like I have my own junior artists that will ask me similar stuff, or they will fall into similar like pitfall that everyone falls into because we are in Singapore.
Yeah,
And
we are all groomed that way. Actually.
Yeah, right. So I think like one of the things like I like learn is that like if you can, and it should be a standard where you don't think about what you're drawing and you just learn to fall in love with drawing again. So something that I really care about is the fact that when we're young at like maybe 3 or 4 years old or maybe 5 lah. So you draw something on a paper, and at that point the whole world, including yourself, decided like if you could draw or not. You cannot draw can draw lah. But you won't have the same kid that play a piano, right? Then he 3 times, right? Then it's like, wow, this kid cannot play.
Genius or
or
whatever.
like unless he like straight up just play a song lah. But
Yeah.
he won't like hit the first 3 notes, then you just decided like, he cannot play an instrument, he cannot play music, then don't send him for the like necessary like resources, right?
Yeah.
And another thing about resources is like I think learning how to draw is quite hard lah. Like I think like different it suit different people. Like maybe this teacher suit this person. It's very subjective. You cannot have a 10-year series on art. I feel lah. Someone might tell me, hey, you got 10-year series on art, but I don't think have lah.
Because it's a very fluid form. It's a fluid form of art is usually a very fluid thing. So you cannot tell a logic person, a person who is like just numbers and everything, hey, you cannot draw. Yeah, most probably he can't draw because he sees things in ones and zeros. Like yes and no's, you know.
Yeah. So I think the joy of drawing or like some of my older friends that I encounter is like, oh yeah, I tried painting recently, but they will immediately try to supplement with the idea or with the fact that it's like, yeah, but it's nothing good lah. It's nothing good. Cannot sell one. And like, why is the metric for doing art whether you can sell it? Like, why must art be marketable in that sense before you can deem whether you can do art? I don't think that's true. Yeah.
Actually, this one is not only for art, like actually for a lot of things.
Right.
A lot of people who
hobbies as well.
A lot of people who start a new business or anything in that genre, right, where the self-doubt like, I got do this lah, but I don't know whether can sell or cannot make it or not. You know, that self-doubt is the you know the thing that destroys destroys everything. The hope of even going forward, you know.
Yeah. So definitely one of the things like I think like it doesn't have to be measured by how good you are at doing something. You should just draw because you like drawing. And then you start off with that, and learning how to fall in love with that again is important. Because many times like, I mean, we will be conditioned by the different like really all the different things in our life that will condition us to think like, oh, we can't do this, I cannot do that. I think like and can or not, like you can still draw. You know, like you give you paper and pen, you can draw something if you want to draw, you know. So wanting to draw and loving to draw, it's pure and it should be the standard. So it shouldn't be the first thing is like, oh, marketable. No? I think that is a whole other thing to talk about. It's like, oh, now I want to do this. Then like, oh, if you do this, it's more marketable. It's smarter to do this one or this, right? But it's also, those are the like conversation that will eat you also, eat you away. They were like, oh, shit, I don't want to like, is this like, or should I be doing something that sells, or should I do something that makes me happy? And I think it's finding the balance lah.
Yeah.
Right. And one of the things that like, this one, I don't know, your student will say things like, like I mean, that's not like in general, like younger kids, right? They will say like, but this one not my style. I'm trying to find my style. Or I want to do this, but it's not my style. Or like, I don't know how to do it in my style. Like this word style, right? I think is very dangerous. Like the thing is like, you cannot curate a style. You develop one, right? And you find your style. Or you find what's like underneath all this like stuff that you can do, then you find what you like doing, right? So there's so many times where they hold on to something that either gave them success or some kind of fulfillment and stuff like that, right? And they will never let it go. And let's say they hit a plateau and like they cannot grow, they cannot like it's like their limit you know. Then like let's say like for example like they like very cute colorful stuff. Then a very very good example like maybe my stuff is cuter, it's more colorful, it's more simple. Like maybe the color like there's other like textures and stuff I do, right? But generally the approach is quite straightforward. Then we have our good friend Gamebox Tart, which have very good like dynamic like designs. You know, it's like a comic book plus Pokemon kind of aesthetic. So it's a lot of movement going on, right? So, but there will be like one of the pitfalls some younger artists or artists, like we don't need to say younger or not, like artists lah, you'll fall into it. It's like inherently like Gamebox Tart style is not mine, so I cannot try, or like I shouldn't try, or like trying. It's like the fact that you decided to try something else takes your identity away. then I think your identity is fragile, and then you might want to strengthen that. And by drawing other stuff, you might develop some form of confidence in your actual style. Yeah, and then you'll learn like, hey, I really like how this person approached the movement. How would I apply it for my own artwork? I think only by learning and workshopping and trying all these different things, right? And not holding to the idea. I think having consistency and style is important and great. But if the reason why you're not growing is because you're holding on to something like that, and then you're like, no, I can't let it go, right? Then it's something you might want to think about. So it's something that I think is two of the biggest problem that everyone encounter. Yeah. One, like you encounter some point in time, maybe 5 years in, 20 years in, 2 months in, you'll find things like that.
Fail to absorb, I think.
Yeah.
You fail to absorb and accept the fact that you're stuck there already, but you just don't want to accept.
Yeah, the acceptance
or
of,
like
of the
act
situation.
of doing something else is wrong, or like it will impede, or like it will counter your identity. I think that's not very true, because like we do tattoo or we do like illustration. I can do pottery now, and that won't take something away from me. It's additive,
I think it's as simple as like I'm a chicken rice guy. Then someone asks you to eat duck rice, right? You cannot.
Yeah, because
I must eat chicken rice.
chicken. Yeah, exactly.
Something down that line.
Yeah.
It's my style to eat chicken rice.
It's my life. I need to eat chicken rice. I don't care.
Yeah, it's the failure of acceptance, basically.
Correct,
Yeah, you cannot accept the situation that you are at. Then you just, I'm still very arrogant on.
I think that's the word.
Arrogant on what I do. I don't want to accept what's happening in this situation. I mean, it's all this is part of arrogant, ego, everything.
Ego.
Yeah.
Ego is a big thing. Yeah.
So speaking about other problems within moving from the self and the individual, I think artists also deal with a lot of external issues, right? So one of the external issues that's been coming up since the rise of technology over the past few years has been this use of AI in art.
Yeah.
As an artist, because we can give you, I guess, our takes on it as consumers. So for me, I use AI art to generate a visualization sometimes for an idea or a pitch, because I want to just present the idea that, hey, we could do this. So actually, I last year did a project with the government, and I created a full pitch deck with the AI art. But then in the end, we commissioned students to draw the artwork for it. So that's where I sort of use artwork in my professional sense, where I use it to generate art, but generate work that is for commercial projects and things like that. But for you as an artist, what are your thoughts on it? And is there a line that needs to be drawn, or are there things that are acceptable, not acceptable? What's your general thoughts on it?
So I think AI itself, right? So like I would usually like to separate it into two parts, where AI as a whole and then generative AI. So like the AI, like your ChatGPT or the other like models that you have and whatnot. I think and I studied programming last time and I was supposed to go study computer science. So one of the things was I was supposed to study machine learning and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's been a long time. I had a conversation with my wife this morning. I realized it's like 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago when I was doing programming and stuff like that. So I totally don't remember anything already. But some of the things I remember, or what I thought about machine learning, is I think it's romantic, or I think it's endearing that like you can develop something that will have consideration for you. So if you search Google, like search, right, there's no consideration that goes into it. You key in a search term, it gives you something, right? But AI, if you give it a term, it will take that into account, like, usually what would people care about, this kind of thing. Yeah, so I think like the idea of AI and using AI as an assistant and whatnot, right, is very romantic. And I think it's endearing that like something can be developed to have consideration for you. Generative AI on the other hand, right? So some of the thing I like to joke about is I don't like to use AI, or I don't use AI because I don't want to use artificial intelligence. I rather use human stupidity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I rather make the mistake that I would make as a human. I'll make the silliness that I will make as a human,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like the thing about AI is that sometimes they're quite silly also. Like, it looks ridiculous,
I
right?
was about to say that also because
Yeah.
like I mean you say about the
It's a different kind of stupid
stupidness.
lah. Yeah.
Like there are AI images that out there that the person got 6 fingers,
Right,
10
and
fingers,
it's very common.
you know, and then
Yeah.
lah. I mean stupidity has its limits, I guess.
Yeah. So I think it's just I think like like creating or what is part of the fun for an artist. So I don't need or I don't want to use AI art, like generative AI. So another thing that I recently read up or like a thought that I formed. So I'm gonna paraphrase this, but it's something about like how like AI or the idea of AI will like by right should augment and like supplement our life. But a lot of time we use it as a replacement for things. Yeah. So supplement and like augmentation and stuff like that, right? It's inherently different from replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the dangerous thing about like how everyone as consumer, we are digesting it as like, oh, what else can it replace? I think it's in human nature to think about those things lah. But then or like entertain or like come to a very quick realization like shit, it can replace this. And I think like that's how we usually think. And when we think about AI, think about robots, we always think about, or first thing we say, oh no, now the robot cleaner is gonna replace the auntie at the hawker center. Auntie no job to do already, you know? It's always about replacement.
Yeah.
But what about like helping the auntie out? And
Yeah,
the
that
auntie
thought
can
process is
bear
not there lah.
certain load away, you know. But I also know the practicality and the cost of all this, and the cost for the technology now would not justify certain things lah. You know, like I cannot pay the auntie and the AI robot like to do something, right? So those are other consideration that we have as human beings, right? But I think the idea about how we focus so much on the replacement and not the augmentation or the supplement of like AI is dangerous and very, very upsetting and disturbing to me. Like the idea about how it highlights, like it doesn't help. Like there's so many people that say like, oh, it helps with my creativity and stuff like that. I don't think it does that. It highlights how little we have. Yeah. But I naturally know that like it's a technology that exists, and like every technology that exists, right? We are curious what the limitations of it is, and naturally people will use those technology available for them to do anything, especially if there's no law pertaining to it right now. So the thing about like it is I think about the fact that like, you know, how we use all the different TikTok filters and stuff like that people do, right? And if we don't look into what AI is or what are the other impact that everyone talks about generative AI being very like disruptive and is negatively impacting the environment, is killing jobs and stuff like that, right? If we don't, other than those things, right? I think the fact is the idea that I kind of lost my train of thought. Let me find it again. Yeah. I lost the train of thought. I don't know where I'm going with this now. I lost it. Okay.
You are making a very
valid point actually.
Yeah. What was I last saying? I going somewhere, then I forgot. I totally forgot where I was going. Yeah.
You wanted to go somewhere?
My thought process. I'm going somewhere, then I totally lost it.
The use of AI, I guess you're talking about the use of AI.
Oh, the technology.
Yeah, the
So like we
technology
don't
and
look
the
into
replacement.
like thinking about all the negative impact that AI do or what are happening, like the back end and all the processing power and the energy that goes into it, right? It is just more sophisticated like TikTok filter. I can now turn my dog into a anime character.
But you still need a
It's the
dog
same
lah.
thing, right? Yeah, right. But it's like the thought process for as a consumer to just press the button to see how your dog look like as a Disney character, right? It's just, or like Studio Ghibli character. It's just a button away, and you're just curious. And like the thing about technology is everyone will be curious about it. So my stand is that like, or like at this point lah, I'm a bit jaded about it. But I think it's like the only thing that I cannot accept is like if someone go like, oh, let's celebrate art, and then they use a AI logo or they use a AI poster to say let's celebrate art, and the irony of that is something I cannot accept. There's a lot of small local business that pop up that uses AI as a logo and stuff like that. Something I'll tell my wife is like, okay, people sell noodles only, let's go. You know, like they sell noodles, they have nothing to do with it, but they need a logo. So then they generated one. Yeah. And like although that's killing jobs and stuff like that, right? I don't think it's my position to say anything more to the uncle that is trying to sell noodles. And you know your logo AI, you know? Like uncle don't care. And maybe uncle is not the one that do. The poor thing is like maybe he commissioned like one of like
Someone to
like the nephew or something to do it.
Yeah.
Then they generate and like the auntie or uncle cannot tell. But they are getting some of the like direct impact of the or like the angle of like a community or artists or like another group of people that believe in like anti-AI and stuff like that.
maybe another thinking of all this, right, is basically some of these people who use AI, right, is just maybe they are just too they don't have the time to ask someone to commission. So they're like, you know what, AI can create this for me, what? I just do AI lor.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty sure there are people thinking that way lah.
No, I
Like,
think
not the
naturally
traditional
lah.
way
Yeah.
of hunting or
Yeah.
finding someone who is good at what they do.
Yeah, not everyone share the same like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why we have like a lot of like different like those tech expo and stuff like that. Then like everything is AI because that's what they want. They want less money to go to them and keep for ourselves and then
Yeah.
promote the technology and stuff like that. So and testing the limitations of it is a natural thing lah. So there will be a whole group of people that truly and like really believe in AI and like think that that's the future. And I believe AI is the future.
Yeah. Until
Yeah, I just think that it's
Sarah Connor comes up.
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's really the adjustment or like learning how to things need to heal lah. Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm so curious about this technology. Oh, everything AI looks like shit. I don't like it. Let's like focus on human again and stuff like that. I think it's people are curious. People are finding out that shit, I can do it this way, like, you know, and they will explore that. And something my wife always say that it's like there's many times like they will naturally paint certain artists as like anti-AI. I don't want to think myself as like anti-AI or what. I'm just pro-human. Yeah, so I'm not against AI. I'm just pro-human. Like you cannot. There's certain joy or there's certain excitement and there's a certain fulfillment in creation for artists and only for artists, you know, or anyone that shares similar like a craftsman, right? Like creator lah as a whole, right? The joy, right? You cannot tell them like, hey, but you don't do that. Like, it's like doing it is part of the fun for us. Yeah, you know, it's like I don't want a button to press. I don't want to skip the process. It's not about the destination for that case, you know?
it's the same that goes for, you know, any chefs, you know, creating something from something, you know? Like the egg doesn't become an omelette. I mean, you still need to do something.
Yeah,
Then only it becomes omelette. Ma.
Right.
I think it's more towards the technical skills that you have.
Yeah.
Be it whether you are an artist. Let's talk about like technical jobs like you're a plumber, you're an electrician, you're some engineer thingy that you don't touch computers or your devices during work and stuff. Like we talk about plumber lah. You cannot get an AI to actually like fix your pipe. Yeah, correct. Car mechanics. Unless you're telling me everything go like the Tron thing. Then okay lah, you can go all the AI
Which I think eventually it will go there lah. I mean
not anytime soon in our era.
not in our lifetime. Eventually it will go there. But then the thing is, all these people are thinking about that eventuality.
Correct
You
lah.
know?
But this AI thingy is more towards, I think, convenience wise to actually help out humans, like help out the society and stuff. Like it's more towards convenience. But Jasper's takes, I think, is more towards the artist way. Like this AI thingy is not like he mentioned also like taking away jobs and stuff like that. That's aside. But this AI thingy is actually more towards convenience wise, and I'm standing with him saying that I think this AI generative thing, right? It's, well, I wouldn't say break the artist kind of thing, but it defeats the purpose of those artists who are actually wanting to like have their own process. Like they want to draw things out.
the creation process.
Process. The entire process is that joy, that experience.
Yeah.
Whereby you click a button, then come out already. That's it.
Yeah.
Like 10 seconds. It's two different things. Like I myself also won't classify like AI generated piece to be like an art. Like to tap on what he mentioned just now also. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean for more to maybe you want this, then you pass this idea to the artist and then make it into the artist, the human element of it lah.
Correct lor,
Right.
correct lor. Like all the 6 fingers, 10 fingers. I think you see one human. Why they got 6 fingers, 7 fingers? Like the eyes are not properly. Those are like all the AI words. But if you're going to ask some artists, like really artists or maybe a tattoo illustrator or whatsoever, they wouldn't draw something that is like, these humans supposed to have 10 fingers.
Maybe it's their style lah. Maybe I mean God lah,
yeah,
you know.
God lah. But
Like
if
my
they won't
wife got a lot of
they
hands,
won't intentionally draw like I want a human being like with a proper professional everything. They won't purposely go and draw an alien out.
Yeah.
But AI, if you're going to send comments into the comment, they might generate something like that.
Yeah, it's about efficiency for AI when they generate the thing,
Yeah,
right?
it's
So
how fast they
there's
think.
a language to like, or there's like this like particular like aesthetic for AI as well. So like for some time, like I will already sit there with my wife and we like dissect, like then we realize like there is certain things that only human will make certain mistakes. Yeah, I know as a whole everyone are very fixated with the idea of the fingers and the hand thing. But there is so many artists that don't know how to draw hand, like me included. I'm terrible at drawing
Rob
hands,
Liefeld,
right? Yeah. So
I remember last time I draw my human all like that.
Right. So the thing is, right,
Yeah.
it's like the consideration, like a human won't make certain mistake, or when they make certain mistake, they won't do it in such an inefficient way. So there was once I was looking at this Pokemon card like generated art, right, and like I was having this conversation with my friends that they are not artists. I said, how you tell it's AI? Like, and sometimes we are kind of tired of saying like we just know lah, because we also want to prove, or we also want the justification why like we can tell it's AI, but some of us could tell it's AI.
Yeah.
Right. So I really sit down and I look at it. Then I realize it's about human, like sometimes human behavior or human like
The
mistake.
emotion to the art lah, basically.
So like it's more realistic than that. So I remember like that particular illustration, it has a few Chinese lanterns on the top.
Okay.
Right. So it's very heavily rendered. It looks great. Like like technique wise, it's painterly and stuff like that. But it's like then when the Chinese character on the Chinese lantern, right? Like this person draw a few strokes, or like this generator, right? This AI that they have a few strokes here. The next one is a blob of light. Another one is a few circles. But the human, like if you're not good at drawing, you either mess up the entire string of lantern. You're not gonna change style in 3 different lantern. And then there was one lantern that was white in color. I mean, that could be a choice, or that might be some like logic or cultural background as of why a lantern is white, right? So we cannot touch on that. So, they're not white. There might be certain reason for that. But the next one is this like really like messed up generated lantern, right? That in terms of like if I was an artist and I was a painter and I paint that, right? That mistake that was generated is harder to paint than all the other lanterns. Yeah, because like it is this like messed up like white color and red color lantern with red like shadows and highlights on it, you know? So that mistake, right, will be harder to paint than all the other lanterns add together. And a human will not make that mistake. Because how can you make a mistake like while you're looking at it? It's like, you know what? Let's give it shadows. You know? So it's like these are the kind of smaller things that's like, wow, like AI is so efficient that even a mistake is so heavily rendered that a human would have given up before that, or they would, if they know it's a mistake or they make that human mistake, right? They're not gonna make it better than all the other lanterns. Because if they can make that mistake so good, they will have made all the other lanterns better.
Yeah,
right?
or either look the same.
Yeah, right. You know, so it's like they're like you won't like from like a bunch of strokes, then you suddenly like have half a Chinese character, then a blob of light, then a heavily rendered mistake. You know? So those are certain considerations when you look at AI you can think about as well. you're like, oh, actually, yeah, like who the hell would paint so well for a mistake? Yeah, but AI would lah, because they just try and give you the best they could.
Yeah, and because
whatever
that,
that means.
those are the inputs that you inputted.
I'm gonna try to find it.
While you're finding, actually, there's a question. So, as an
Right.
artist, you've shared quite a lot about the choice of using AI or the different perspectives of people, even using AI for art and selling it and trying to promote it as their own. There's a whole. But I guess the question now is, as a consumer, right? Let's just say the two of you, are there. Maybe like if something was AI art, but you really like it, like you thought, wow, this one, it was something super unique, super cool, and you found out later on that it was AI. I mean, like, and the price was reasonable. It's not expensive. Maybe it was a few dollars, something like that. What do you think you would have? What would your thought process be like as a consumer?
Wow, this question can be open to the floor, I think.
Yeah, open to the floor. Yeah.
I mean, yeah lah. I mean, if you if you guys got answer to that, drop a comment below. But for me, I think, like, for example, if let's say this particular Gengar art is so damn nice, right? So then after that I buy, and then I got to know, like what you said, like I got to know it was AI. I mean, so the thing is, I'll ask the people around me first lah. Like, hey, you think, is it nice to just put it out there and say, this is a AI generated art, or should I ask someone who is in the scene to recreate something that was like that and make it like more humanified? But that is like you getting two arts at the same time kind of thing. So it really whether are you going to be pro either or lah. But to me, if it's nice, it's nice lah, right? I mean, I won't be nitpicking. Hey, this one got some issue. That one got some issue. If it's nice, it's nice lah. Art is art, man.
I think my take with what Santosh mentioned, right? Ultimately, is the visual pleasure of that particular product that you're looking at. He was mentioning about Gengar. I do have a lot of art prints and commissioned works that's at home from wherever, however. Like when you visit the Comic Cons, you visit some random retail shop, you just find something hanging there that you like itself, right? I think the first chain of thought for end consumer was that, hey, I like that.
Visually,
yes. I like. You don't really want to go and think about, hey, how is it made?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's like the one thing for end consumer, but I think the artist mindset, it will be different for sure.
Of course, because they are the one, they are the one giving.
They will want to find out what is the depth, the process, and stuff like that. So I think speaking of, I think majority consumers is more towards the first impression of what you see.
The visuality.
Then thereafter, when you start to display art, or probably you bring it back home already, then you start to, when people start to see already, then they will comment, hey, this one from who?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So then after that, when that happens, then you got to think whether you want a real artist to do something about it, or make a replica of or better version of it, kind of thing. Because like to me, when I use AI, it's just to generate an idea. So
Precisely.
the idea is not the final form. The final form is still a human or an artist has to do it. Like if it's an image lah. So I will still go out to find an artist that's suitable for the art piece, or ask anyone who knows how to do this, and then that's where to go about it lah.
That's where afterwards the commission work starts about.
Exactly.
Because I have my all the computer prints and whatsoever at home. I sometimes also will just photocopy the things that I like. I just frame it up. I like it. Yeah, I don't really care whether it's like AI or probably it's a commission from someone. I just like it. I just frame it up.
Yeah, it's like finding a wallpaper for your phone.
Something like
that. Exactly.
Like sometimes you don't think about it. You search.
Yeah,
then
like this one.
use,
I don't
right?
know
You
whether
don't know.
It's just I like it. I put it lor.
Yeah.
Precisely.
You don't really think about those things also.
Precisely.
Yeah.
I think
As a
that's more
consumer.
towards the consumer.
Yeah.
More towards the consumer. Then how about yourself?
So I think for artists, right, is the fact that it's tiring to have to doubt your fellow artists. Like more often than not, like I think that's the more tiring part. Like we don't have to, but sometimes we're like, wow, I really like that. Like, damn, I don't know. Like if it's like, or like finding out like your favorite artist or like what is using AI and stuff like that
It's
can
like
be
fake lah, basically.
yeah, it can be a bit heart wrenching and like it can be a bit sad. Yeah, but I think like because I think artists or not, we are also consumer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so certain things we also like we might not know. You know, there are other artists like or we found out later like I know this person. I cannot prove but then I cannot prove. I cannot show that. I cannot really show that the is copied. You know, I don't have the source like AI file or something. But like I'm pretty sure from my own experience and stuff like that. That one is like they take a AI. It's really hardworking because they will take the AI drawing that generator. They will print it out. They will trace it, and they start doing watercolor on it, and they're good at it. Yeah, so.
Wow.
Watercolor technique or the traditional sense of it is they're good, but the idea on what is it's not like some of the thing you all point out is like they generate idea then they worked on it, right? They no they just trace, you know,
That's
they
different.
trace the AI
That
work,
is
right?
like just basically
Right.
okay, I generate this.
Yeah.
you
Then
take
now
this.
I just yeah.
draw.
Then this one
done it
is like I look
before.
there, I start tracing it, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Then
my goodness.
I think part of like if we are not talking about marketing and stuff like that, right? Or like trying to like sales and stuff like that. There's a lot of time where another back to the young artist thing is like emulation or like learning how to draw while following your favorite artists and learning how they draw is important. But then again, you cannot take like you draw like the Aritas like Charizard and say I draw one and then try to sell it as it is. And yeah, like people that buy, they are supportive of you as a human being or they're being kind and stuff like that. But it's never cause you have the ability to create something that Arita created. You know? Yeah, and like another thing back to the AI tracing thing, it's like this is a new thing, you know. Yeah, we know like generating is bad. But then the second question while you realize that some people trace their AI art, then paint it, right? Is then now you're being like, there's so many buts now. You're like, but they paint well, leh. But they use their hand, leh. Then those are the questions that like when you created like it's posed to us or posed to me. I cannot speak on behalf of others. I don't know what to say because if you value the effort that was painted and the technicality that the person like has very good command of like the of that traditional medium, right? I cannot argue with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot tell you you're wrong, you know. Yeah, I cannot tell you, no, like, if you have a coloring book now and then you paint it and you paint it really well, we'll objectively say like you paint really well. We won't go like, but you know the artwork not you draw on it. Like, we will not say that, right? But I think a very big part of it is, or like even as a consumer artist, is the idea of fraud. Why you not
Fraudulent,
telling
yeah.
people
I think
that you do that?
the idea is like deceive lah.
Yeah.
Towards the word deceive lah.
Right.
So if you need like ABC to get this done, just do ABC to get it done lah. Why do you need to like AB to someone help and then C you do it by yourself? Then you claim it as your own.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
you sell it,
something
or
down
like
the
there
line.
will be people that like support you or root for you, thinking that wow, this person is so creative, wow, this person is so good, only to like do that. I
Realize.
think it's not very kind, and I don't think it's very, because like everything you do is just suddenly not so pure. And like it's fast. What if you just painting every day can do one new cut for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, and I can do it. Yeah, but the thing is, then what's the point? Who are you supporting? Like, or why are you supporting me? Or why you like my stuff? I just generate it, what? You know? Like, I think there's no point in doing. I mean, I say no point, but it boils down to money, lah.
Yeah.
Or like,
多销啦.
yeah, but
Money
I think
and
if
time
it,
lah, yes.
but okay, like if they're doing for money and time, and they need the money and time, like money for and save the time, right? I cannot in good faith say I accept or I agree, but the thing is, okay, it happens, it exists. That perspective or that reality exists. But you're doing for fame, that I think is ridiculous. It's like, if it's for fame, I think it's not acceptable at all. Like in any metric, I think like, why you want to be popular for this? Like it makes no sense. If it's for fame and it's for popularity or being relevant and stuff like that, then I cannot accept.
That one not
Yeah.
artist lah. I think that one just probably what he mentioned, fraud lor.
Okay. So now we talk a lot of things already lah. A lot of things. Artist perspective, consumer perspective, what artists see and everything. I just got one more question, right? So I mean, back to Pokemon lah. I mean, right? Since all of us like Pokemon here. What is this to everybody what is your take on all the new Pokemon designs, or rather the new Pokemons? Okay, as an artist, what
Let the artist speak.
Yeah.
I really my answer already.
Yeah. So I forgot which is it James Turner or something? I forgot which artist someone said this to create I forgot who, someone in the Pokemon company.
Okay.
One of the artists or head creative director or something. I forgot. But they say for Pokemon to be a Pokemon, right? The basis is that it has to be able to, you can imagine it as your friend. Every design must be able to imagine. So your Eternators, you can imagine it going on an adventure with you and bonding with you. Yeah, your Nidoking, your Arceus, all this, right? The recipe for Pokemon, the base is that they have
friend.
they look cool, they look fierce, they look derpy, they look disgusting, they look ugly, all this, right? They can look like they are your friend, or someone can think that they look like their friend. And I think that's an actual thing that one of the creative directors said that. I think in an interview
to
and
me,
stuff like that.
I don't see it lah.
But
Yeah.
I can't picture that also.
Okay, so I think
I don't see my keys being my friend.
But
I don't see a vanilla cone being my friend.
Interestingly, if I'm not wrong, it should be the artist that's the artist that says that is the very artist that created Vanillite.
Oh really?
I think so. Wait, I think so. Let me double check.
yeah, while he's checking, I think it's for me itself, right? I only think that probably Gen 1, 2, and 3 really make some sense in terms of the designs.
I would agree.
And their names especially. I'm very into Gen 1 because their name makes sense to what they are. Yeah, like Charmander, or you talk about the big Pokemon like Charizard. Lizard ma. You know what, you can compare. Char is something to do with fire. And then Squirtle, Blastoise is like something to do with water. And then Blastoise, blast what?
Yeah, I
you got the
think
cannons there.
Oh really?
Yeah, so literally the names, it resents to me like the names and the Pokemon outlook itself, it really corresponds. But when the gen goes further, new artist comes into
in.
design, the name and the being of the design, right, doesn't I cannot relate. That's why I stopped very early on the Pokemon. You ask me anything above Gen probably 3, 4 and above, I don't know who are they already.
No, I mean I would still know, but then I wouldn't understand the thought process behind
Why this
the idea.
name is this Pokemon?
Exactly.
Yeah,
like you ask me
precisely.
some Gen 5, Gen 6, whatever Pokemon, I'll still can name. Oh, is that one right? Yeah.
You see, you know who it is.
Yeah, but then like why?
Yeah, why?
Yeah. Like for yourself, what do you?
No, it's an IP from a business perspective. They have to generate
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
for
as
sure.
many new Pokemon
New
as possible
stuff as
for it to
possible.
continue. Once the day that they give up on making new random word name Pokemons, I'm sure they had a whole fun time with those Tapu Lele, Tapu Koko, or then the new mask Pokemon, the Ogopon.
yeah.
All these new ones. I'm sure they hit some mind
like plateau or
some
something.
plateau or things like that. But everything, I guess, to your point or Jasper's point is there is some human connection in the sense that like people let's say like Ogopon, we connect that to the idea of those masks, right? Or the Vanillite, then there's ice cream cones or Cleffa, the keys or things like that. There's some link to something right? Or even a space lizard looking thing like Eternatus, Tron space lizard look. But there are fragments within reality that we connect with, ma. Yeah. So that the world is always changing, Then now if you're Chen Pao, they take with Chinese tradition or Chinese stories as well.
Actually,
The
the
law.
one, the
Shi
name
as
is damn
well.
straightforward. Like
Yeah.
Xian Bao is it's just
So
that one, okay lah,
using
that one
different
from them.
I of course I totally understand and agree with you guys. Like there are certain elements or laws that is very added to that Pokemon design, the Pokemon name and everything. But there are some designs and some names like what what he was saying.
Suddenly forget my name.
No, it doesn't.
Thinking about a
doesn't
problem.
gel. Like
Yeah,
why?
I think it's not as straightforward anymore.
Yeah,
Like, I think last time very straightforward.
The thing is, yes, we are going 1,000 plus.
Okay lah.
1,000 plus Pokemon already.
Yeah.
1065, I think.
I forget what's the now lah. But 1,000 plus. I mean, yes, like what you said, there is a certain level of Pluto and stuff like that. But then, like if artist is being this creative element, I'm just a consumer, right? Like we are all just consumers. But then we don't know what is the thinking process of this the creatives that does it. Or maybe to them it's KPI. I just need to create 5 Pokemon today. I see a mic. Okay, Micamon.
Got chance.
But by the time, so for example, if by the time Scarlet and Violet came out, right, they would have started to
Think about the next
think
gen.
of the
right?
next gen. But you see, from a Pokemon company perspective, right, the reason why we're in the mega phase now,
Yeah.
where we're redoing mega phase now, it
Yeah.
could be the fact that, hey bro, we need to stop making new Pokemon.
New
already.
Pokemon.
Let's
That's
just
why they-
let's just do a mega phase for the next few years. Then let's figure out whether we can maybe make new, good, better Pokemon. down
But the
line, right?
next game,
Yeah.
next gen game is actually on its verge already. It's coming out soon.
Yeah, but
not-
they
I
still
this
need
year
time
is
to
30th,
buffer.
you know.
They still need time to buffer and to say, let's
Oh yeah.
take
I
more
mean,
time to
having the
The-
time to at least push back for
the
a few
only
months
reason
or
I
something,
feel
right?
the only reason why Mega came back, and Mega was like so XY era, and why Mega came back is because of what you said. They are bidding their time. They are waiting for like
Running-
whether this idea works or not. Whether
Running out of ideas at some time.
yeah, because like okay, if you're talking about Megas, what is the design of the Mega Feraligatr?
Actually, that one,
toilet
not bad, it's like a
cover.
helmet.
that one looks damn
Toilet
cool.
cover.
I think that
Exactly.
one looks like cool.
The idea of it, right, is actually damn smart.
I like
But
the
why-
idea of
why cover? Why do this?
when open up, why become a
Wow.
toilet bowl the cover?
Right.
Like you can make it into like a
Yeah,
cave
I think
or,
the
or
idea
something.
of it is really
the idea
smart
was so
lah.
good,
Like,
but then
yeah.
the execution of the idea was shit.
Yeah, like the idea of mimicry and looking like a Totodile, all this, or like not so. Yeah, but what a toilet lid one, I cannot.
But I would have to say, maybe as an artist,
right,
every piece of artwork that you put out, right,
yeah,
you will have its lovers and its haters.
yeah, no,
So,
definitely, yeah.
so as a consumer, we have to understand that
There's two spectrum.
what I like may not be what some
Yeah,
there's some
yeah,
people who
two
just
spectrum.
hate Gengar. They just think
Yeah,
that
two spectrums lah.
lazy, just a purple ball, things like that. you
Yeah,
know?
it's just two spectrums of the thing. I'm just that's why I say as a consumer,
yeah.
I don't understand the thought
Yeah.
process behind it lah.
But some people love it. Some people love the
I mean,
Feraligatr.
since we are in
and
the
it
topic
became a new
of
meme.
artists and everything, man.
Like I think
So,
what's there's a new the Pokemon the Fuecoco, right?
Yeah,
Fuecoco has become a meme on its own. The fact that it's such a dumb looking Pokemon.
Fuecoco is the
The fire starter.
the fire,
The fire crocodile,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just looks so derpy, look so like
Blur.
just the blur.
Yeah.
Then like the design is just a shorter, less orange crocodile looking thing. It almost look a bit like a Totodile, right? But a shorter Totodile, a different color lah, sort of lah.
I'm gonna show like Gamebox Start this video. You fucking love Fuecoco.
Yeah.
People love it. It's a
people
full
love
name.
it. Yeah. I mean, that's why I said
Yeah.
there's two spectrums. Like whatever I like may not. I mean, you
Exactly.
may not like it.
The beauty of Pokemon is that every single Pokemon, there's somebody in the world that loves it.
I think that's the-
Like,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
that's
the
the
unique
beauty.
thing,
Yeah.
most fun part.
Yeah.
To me lah.
Because I'm sure as an artist, I think you mentioned before that there's sometimes people ask you to commission just some random Pokemon that you never even hear
I live
before.
for those moments.
Yeah.
When someone tell me like,
Wow.
yeah, or like I myself like Venipede a lot. People don't like it as much. Personally, I don't understand why. I think it's like a very nice design. Personally, right? So
It's a armored centipede.
Yeah. It's
Which the poop,
yeah.
the
purple
poop,
colour,
there's a
the
poop
purple
colour.
colour.
Yeah, the smallest form lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was once then I draw Venipede into my card set. I force it down people's throat. But other than that, someone came up to me and said, "Oh my god, Venipede merch! I love Venipede, but I never see anyone draw it, which is true. I never seen it too." So I was like, she liked it so much and she wanted to buy it, right? In fact, she tried to like buy the packs for it and like gacha for it. I actually gave her the card. I was like, no, just I think she spin like once or like a few times. She didn't get it, and I just gave her the card because like I really like Venipede, and I'm happy that someone like Venipede as well.
Yeah,
think
I was surprised when people were asking, you know, when you booth, right, people were asking this specific Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a general like, hey, you got Pikachu or not, you got this or not, you got that or not. Like last year almost, because last year I did most of the shows. Like a lot of people asking, hey, you got Wooper or not?
Right,
Wooper popular.
damn
Yeah, no,
popular.
but the thing is, you wouldn't think you will be probably. It's just a derpy looking. It's same. I
like
mean,
it's
people
not
like
within your particular expectation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why there's always like the two spectrum lah.
Like,
you like this, maybe you don't like
I'm
that.
collecting Weeder now.
Yeah, so
I'm looking for cast forms.
Transform.
I am not collecting it. No, actually I am lah. I'm collecting Cerulege now. That's what I do.
That's cool lah. That's
Power
cool,
Ranger, yeah.
Power Ranger.
Okay lah. So like what we were saying just now, we spoke a lot of things. Right?
I got a question.
Oh sure.
Wow.
What's everyone like least favorite Pokemon? Like you think like why the hell people like this? Or why is it created? Like hate it.
Wow, I never thought of this question before.
Really? Meh?
I never thought of
Hate
this
ah?
before.
I got answer. You want think first? I tell you my answer.
Your
first.
personal one lah. Your
Yeah,
personal
Brooks
one.
Fish. Like it's the
Oh, the kissing one.
yeah
it? Oh.
Brook Fish like
The one got the human lips.
Oh, that one look like
Yeah.
parrotfish lah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
like this one. Yeah. I don't get it. Like I just don't get
I
it.
think this is just one of the doodles from the kids. One of the artists' kids.
No,
if
lah,
you put
but
it that
this
way,
one-
then I have
This
to.
one
I might
most
like it.
this one
Like,
most probably is like they see, okay, this Pokemon,
They spin the wheel.
They spin the wheel. Okay,
They
got
throw-
this
they throw the
animal.
duck.
This
Then
animal
wow,
around.
damn.
Okay,
Then
we need
they
to create
mix.
they just blend.
yeah.
So I mean, if we think about it, it's a parrotfish.
They
mah.
throw here, then they throw
looks
there.
like a parrotfish.
shit, then they
No, there's a
throw-
basis.
It is a-
Basically,
yeah,
they
it
will
is
say,
a-
okay, is it gonna be a humanoid, bird, fish, four-legged, or things like that? So they spin. Right?
Yeah lah.
Or insect. Then
Ah.
okay,
Oh,
spin.
but why is
Then
the
after that,
artistic direction there?
then
No, exactly.
then
It's
then they have also the artist. They spin another wheel to say, okay, what type they spin. Then they spin another wheel to say, what art style do you want to go
lah,
for?
that's why I say
When it does fall under parrotfish, then what can you do?
No, that's why I say it's like this end and that end. There is people who like it, people who don't like it.
There are billions of people in the world. There's
Yeah,
somebody who
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you see, if you spin until the parrotfish, right, and you let's say you're the artist that
Yeah.
the parrotfish, right, you have the chance to make this bird-looking fish. Imagine a fish with a beak. Because I mean, the thing about it is like the creativity or the excitement of doing it.
Yeah.
You don't have to take things so literal, right? Like look at low tech,
Uh-huh.
you know. So the fact that you can do something like that, imagine you make a cute parrot fish creature.
I'm pretty
Oh, so
sure.
cute leh.
I'm pretty sure.
But they choose brookfish.
What the fuck? Yeah lah, I'm pretty sure there is an idea lah. Maybe they want to combine this and this together, you know, that kind of thing. I'm still thinking of a Pokemon that I
cannot think of any.
Damn, I'm the only hater here.
No, there is a
I'm
few.
the only
Okay,
one with-
like what I say, you know, Vanillux, Keychain, the Clef Key.
Yeah.
No, those are like I don't understand, but I don't hate it. You know
I don't
what
understand the ancient and the future Pokemon.
Oh,
No,
That
that
one-
one. Okay,
that
that
one-
one. I.
that one
I
Temporal Force one, is it?
That
it's
one
a gimmick lah.
The
Yeah,
temporal
no, the
force.
iron hands.
It's a gimmick,
yeah.
but I understand because like there is always like during like caveman era and the future era kind of thing. So I'm thinking in that way. So it kind of makes sense.
It's
like,
a team lor.
yeah, it's a dinosaur and then the future
reasonable.
version or whatever, you know, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. That one I totally understand. But the thing is, I cannot understand is like all these objects that not supposed to be alive.
Or they like Voltorb.
Voltorb is okay. Voltorb also there's a story.
Vanillite,
They say
yeah.
it's because a Pokeball that was inherit a spirit of a Gengar. I mean, of
all
a
the
Ghastly or
object one
whatever.
that turns into Pokemon, right? It's just based on like the folkloric like
Yeah, there's
belief
an
of a
explanation behind
Shikigami,
it. Yeah.
where you can like Japanese like comb, like you put there for like hundreds of years, thousands of years,
Yeah.
then you become like a spirit.
A
that is
spirit attached
born
to
from
it,
or
yeah.
attached to So I think like quite convenient lah. You know, like
I mean, plot,
everything.
the plot convenience. I
Imagine
guess.
back, but alive.
Mm.
Or like Pokeball. but
Okay.
alive.
Okay.
You know?
Maybe this one Pokemon. I mean, Gabo, I used to play Pokemon competitive. So there was one era that I played this particular Pokemon called Garbodor.
The garbage,
The garbage one.
Pokemon,
Okay. So the pre-evolution is called Trubbish.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It's just a rubbish.
Yeah.
Right? The both Pokemon is in rubbish.
Yeah.
But it became a Pokemon.
I'm starting to realize that you
Spin the
just
wheel
cannot, you don't like
You cannot
anything that is
accept the-
object
yeah.
turned into a Pokemon.
Yeah, because okay, it's like
Do you think it's just lazy?
I personally
So
feel
you don't like Poltergeist?
the T Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
I personally feel it's like what you say, lazy. There's no like thinking process. Okay, like for example, if it's a ghost Pokemon, and then it like the Coffigurus, the coffin Pokemon.
Yeah, Coffigurus.
Because it's a ghost. It's a ghost Pokemon. It makes sense because it's
But he possessed a coffin.
exactly, it makes sense. Like what you
Oh,
said.
okay, like
You
okay,
get
it's
me?
a coffin, it's a ghost.
Yeah, it makes
It
sense.
possess a-
Like
only natural.
spirit tomb.
Yeah,
Makes sense because it possesses this stone got possessed. Voltop, I still can understand because the law behind it. They say, Ghastly stuck inside or whatever. Understand?
Oh yeah, they don't address what Venom like. Yeah,
Exactly.
They never say it's like ice cream that no one eat then
Yeah,
God
then become a
possess.
ghost. or
And it's not a ghost type.
It's not a ghost type. It's just an ice type. Same thing for the Trubbish.
fair,
It's not
fair,
a ghost
fair.
type. It's just a poison type.
From an evolutionary perspective, you can bring
Evolution,
down,
what?
you know,
Your Trubbish
Wow.
become a
eyes,
Pokemon?
Yeah. No, but One Punch Man also, a lot of the animes also follow some of these tropes. There's like some rubbish man that sort of has manifested through all of humanity's waste being thrown in the ocean, and then he collects to become one big trash monster. You know, I'm sure there's a few other animes that also have used this
I
trash
get it.
collection.
Yeah.
No,
lah.
yeah lah, but still.
Literally like those Power Ranger era.
Yeah.
Where reader just anyhow cast one thing that random trash bag become a trash monster.
Yeah.
No, sure, but then
Can,
like what you
can
say
have
lah.
lesser lah.
like I say, lazy lor. Like what you say. Okay. The dart went to rubbish. I mean, went to rubbish. Okay lah. I got to make a Pokemon out of this rubbish.
You have to make it cute.
Yeah. Okay lah. Okay. Put a two like that thing with a triangle.
Chubby is
Okay lah.
damn nice to draw.
I mean, it's
Like draw-wise, right?
It's
Damn
just like
nice to
I don't know the drawing lah. I know there's a figure and then the two something. Yeah. So like I feel that part is the like what do you say lah? Throw. Okay, I need to make a Pokemon. You know, kind of thing.
Maybe the issue is that Pokemon Company came up with too
Many in a short
Like
period
maybe
of
it
time.
could be like every generation you just come up with like after the first 150, right? It's just like maybe there's 8 generations. Maybe you come up with 25 extra or 50 extra or 40 extra.
Yeah,
Because
they
there's
wanted
some
to
we
create
have like
100 plus
100
every
over.
generation.
Yeah, so maybe that was their issue.
It
like,
could be like it could be,
yeah.
but it's just like I'm picking this lah. I mean, I just like I feel it's lazy. Like as a creative, I think
I think the quantity wise of the creation for the Pokédex itself also because of they want it more because of the gameplay also. Yeah, they cannot be bringing like all the gen towards the next gameplay.
True.
and then
Yeah.
You get bored lah.
Yeah, get bored, yeah.
Like you keep seeing the cycle of the previous generation Pokemon coming into your next generation.
But
Pokemon.
okay, say bought right, but then there is still nostalgia value. You still
Technically,
want
yes.
you still want your Blastoise, your Gengar in a new game, in your whatever. There will be still things that they would want to bring back because I mean
That's
the
where the
truth
mega came
is Pokemon works on nostalgia. That is
That's
the
true.
only reason why Pokemon
Yeah.
lasted this long, right? We started with Pokemon back in 96, right? Yeah, 96. Yeah, 96.
95, 96, right?
Yeah, 96. The only reason why Pokemon lasted this long is people who started back then going back to the 151s, and then when there's 151s, the thing will go up again. So that's I feel marketing wise, nostalgia, that's the only reason, right?
But you see,
I think. Sorry.
yeah,
Go on.
no, it's like if we create more now, then by the time the like the kids that grew up with the Pokemon that we have now, right? Then they have new thing to have nostalgia about. Cause I'm pretty sure they already start thinking like, oh my god, they keep saying Gen 1, this is Gen 1, like like they already have this kind of thing, or like
True.
but
I
or
was
like
about to say what you
or
said.
like the younger people will fall to the they're like, wow, Gen 3 is the real Gen, like you know, Ruby Sapphire, or like and I think like as the age and the spending power shift again, then there might be more people advocating for black and white. Like maybe younger crowd might like, I mean, I don't know, but like,
yeah,
you know,
probably. I mean, yeah.
yeah.
But the thing is, Pokemon works on nostalgia lah.
Yeah, I think it's a recipe that does work lah.
Yeah.
We can say too much, too little, all this, right? But I think like it's still working.
Yeah.
Or it looks like it's still working. We don't know in like 10 years time, 20 years, and the Gen 1 people like not so relevant anymore, or like they moved on to other things,
or maybe
and, like,
they are not in this world anymore.
Yeah, or like the new spending like group of people spending like money on things, right? Then they don't care about black or white, or they don't care about X and Y. They don't care about like sun and moon. Then also GG ma.
True.
But so we don't know the trend until then.
Yeah.
So but so far it's still working. So give more Pokemon. I like the idea that's like 100 lah. Like a lot of things to look at.
Yeah. So that was my question lah. I mean, I just wanted to ask the table.
Yes.
I mean, the floor, that all these questions. So now, since we have spoken so many things, this is the first week of the year, right? So how does this year look for you? Like your future projects? Are you like planning to do something?
Launches.
So I'm planning to do a calendar card.
Wow, okay.
So I was thinking, so like back to like I was saying about how like I want to do more product that is TCG card size, right? So one of the things I want to do is like, so like naturally I'm working on my new like set, like so set 2, but and I'm taking my time on it, so I don't want to rush to like, oh, like it's the new year, I have to like faster finish everything to give it to everyone. Like I don't want to risk the quality of work and stuff like that. So and I want to have fun, right? So I'm taking my time doing set 2. But other than that, I also don't want to tie myself just to set 2. So some of the other things that I will be working on is the monthly calendar card. So I just printed January one. It reached my house like a few hours ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So right.
While you're watching this podcast, I think
I think you will like
the pictures,
like somewhere around here.
Yeah, so it looks like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a month like calendar card. So if you care about the calendar part, you can use it as a calendar, right? But if you don't, you can just collect the illustration.
Yeah.
So it's just my excuse to do more drawing, to just draw more, like more and more excuse to draw more. I made my new set, so I'm working on it as well. So I'm testing out a lot of maybe certain texture, like brush wise, or like doing certain different colors, and anything that caught my eyes and like it's fun and I want to experiment. I want to use the set to experiment. So something when I start doing set 1, I told myself, it's like if my first card and last card look very similar, means I didn't grow at all. Yeah, so I want like the first card and last card to, and I don't want to purposefully like make it different. I just want to document
growth,
like my growth, like while doing the cards. Yeah, so that's something I will be doing. So set 2, I will be doing set 2. Or I am working on set 2. I will be doing the monthly card. Hopefully I don't fall off this. Yeah, so I really get to do like a monthly like new card. Everyone can look forward to, like every month show they get to look forward to like something new at least. They know there's one product that's new that they couldn't get from the previous months, right? And
monthly drop.
yeah, monthly draw. Now that I think about it, right? And like it's not so like it doesn't consume me so much, right? I was like, okay, I need like 5 products every month, you know, like, and something that I'm working with that he was showing off just now is like working with Pluto Coco. So Pluto Coco is I say working with, but I'm also part of Pluto Coco. So it's this art collective that currently is all like local artists. So they are fellow like-minded fan artists that we share. So we hope to like just like since we all love Pokemon and we love drawing, this collective consciousness of things, right? So we want to like expand and grow together as a collective, and then we hope to put out more product and more merch, and like this merch serve as a introduction to all these different artists. Yeah, so it's just the joy of like being able to have a collaborative effort. This one I still need to discuss with the rest of Tuto Coco people, but we are planning, or like some of us are planning to do a illustrative book. So it's I actually went to Philippines for one of the Pokemon show. Yeah, they have this thing called Route 63. So it's a zine that they make. So it's documenting like the illustration that is like Pokemon and their Filipino culture together. And each artist get a feature, and then they draw like so maybe like it's something close to, maybe they grew up at Bishan, Ang Mo Kio. So maybe they draw the park with like imagine the park but with the Pokemons, or like maybe certain otter Pokemons in the like our like riverbanks and stuff like that. And we can, hopefully, if we are knowledgeable enough, maybe we get to talk about some of the like lowland, or talk about some of the like reservoirs we have, and like talk about certain like wetlands we have. If we can touch and make it even more like informative, we would love to do it. So we'll discuss with other like artists and other like professionals. Like, so one of the person I can think of is Chasing Mao. So he's also like I don't know what's the correct scientific name, but the man who study bugs. Yeah, so like naturally, like if we do any bug related stuff, or we do forest stuff, or we talk about Coney Island or something, maybe I can like have him supplement some information about bugs and stuff like that. You know, that is maybe native to us and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's something we want to work on. We want something like, we want a product to not just like to feel a bit more home. And everyone that got it, like they bring a piece of like Singapore back with them. So I think that's nice. Yeah. So that's something we were trying to work on as well.
So that's the whole.
Yeah, but I don't know if we can finish by this year or what.
I mean,
but we might start, like we'll try to start this year. So there's a lot of planning. Then again, have to learn about like maybe book binding and stuff like that. So there's new things to learn. Yeah.
Anything you want to add? You want to ask?
No, I think I know a lot of things of him already. Yeah.
How about yourself?
Nick?
Yeah.
All right. So thanks for sharing all this
thanks for
information,
having me.
and your expertise and your knowledge behind all the different elements and different questions that we ask, and sharing it with the
Our
fans.
viewers.
We'll see you around, like all the different shows, and
Probably like
whatever
really
not.
soon also.
Yeah, most probably really soon.
Yeah, probably really soon. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as always, if anything, you can any messaging on whether want to do tattoo, whether want to do commission, just feel free. He's a very friendly guy. He's tired by his work lah, right?
Less tired
About work. Other than that, I think this episode, that's it lah. Thank you again for coming down, and nice to know that. All right, that's it.
Thank you.
See you
Bye
next
bye.
episode. Bye bye.